Next thing I want to cover is feet. Some of the ladies in the chats were talking about working with walking feet on their machine. A walking foot's purpose is for doing straight line, or what I call grid quilting. And an example might be, if you look there in my yellow or orange there in the floral, see the grid? We have the X's here. This is kind of a grid. This area here is more of a grid. Anything with a straight line design, you are best to use a walking foot. And most machines do have a walking foot specific for the machine. There are some cases in older models that maybe you didn't get a walking foot, or maybe you didn't purchase it, maybe the machine is a hand-me-down, so you really don't know where to begin. There are manufacturers out there now that make generic walking feet. Feet on, and again, this is majority of machines, I can't say all machines, but the majority of machines have three styles. They have what they call a slant foot, a shaft, a high shaft, and a low shaft. Typically, if you know what style shaft your machine works with, you can find a generic foot for it. If you don't know the shank style, then it's difficult to order them online. My best suggestion for you would be take your machine to a sewing machine repair shop, one that works with a variety of machines. Then they can typically tell you what style walking foot you need, and they may even sell one for you or recommend a place to purchase one. But a walking foot, for the most part, this one happens to be for my baby lock, so it says baby lock on it, and I'm not promoting baby lock, but this is what a walking foot looks like. This little arm up here hooks onto the little screw where you tighten your needle, the needle. So it works when the needle goes up and down. This goes up and down and up and down. And as you can see, what it's doing in the process is it's raising, I don't know if you can see this. There's a little set of feet. And if I turn it this way, you can see it better. It's very hard to do this on camera, but basically there is a set of feet here that is being operated with this that lifts and lowers the fabric. What I'm trying to explain is if you think about your machine and your feed dogs, as the fabric is laying against the feed dog's job is to kind of grip the fabric, and it kind of pulls the fabric away from you. So when the bottom feed dogs are pulling at the fabric, when you have a quilt top, you have, three layers of fabric. You have the bottom, the batting, and the top. So what happens is the bottom layer of fabric is being pulled by the feed dogs, yet the top layer is just kind of assuming it's supposed to flow along with it. If you use a walking foot, what it does is it helps grab those top layers and pull them at the same time and the same speed as the feed dogs are doing on the bottom. What this does is allow all three layers of fabric to feed through the machine more evenly, so that it eliminates puckers and gaps, because if you imagine the bottom fabric being pulled and the top fabric is not being pulled at the same time, it may shift. Of course, proper basting helps prevent some of that shifting, but not all of it, because even though you baste your quilt, the area that's being fed through the machine, if you're using pins in particular, safety pins, you have them pulled out at that point so that they don't interfere with the needle. So again, a walking foot, it kind of adds that extra hand on the top to keep the fabric moving evenly. Walking feet typically are done for straight line quilting. Keep that in mind. So anything with a grid or a straight line, stitch in the ditch, outline quilting, all of those things, you will find a walking foot will make your job much easier.